we back, family. This is Herbalist Kareem, and I'm going to talk to you about corporations. Now, I'm just using this as a background, but I'm just talking to you so you guys can fully understand. Now, I'm gonna use mostly Arizona because that's where I do most of my business at, and that's where my matrix is majorly confined at. Okay, this is the corners, of where I and my family reside. Okay, so you need to start realizing that all of these are different types of origins and blockades and mazes. But what's in the maze? What's in the maze? A lot of us don't take the time to find that out, what's in the maze. Now, I said before, learn this game. I say it all the time. It's chess, not checkers. And I'm just not talking the outside of my neck. Now, I'm not going to take too much of your time on this Sunday morning because I know y'all have to debrief from all the what you have gotten your energy. I don't want to take away what you have strengthened yourself from the sanctuary, church or whatnot. Those of you that attend. So if you have gotten some kind of energy boost, I don't want to snatch that from you. Okay, I want you to be able to still get what you need and you got there to be able to make it through the rest of the week. Okay, now back to what I was speaking of. We're talking about what the title is speaking of right here. Business in USA. Okay, so when you're doing business in the United States, I talk about corporations a lot. So what is a corporation? A corporation is a company, without an S, a company, or a group of people that has the, what is it called? The authorization. They're authorized to now authorized to act as a single living person. So a single legal person. So you got to know what a person is first before you start going around thinking you a person in law versus a person at home with your homies and your family. It's not the same legal term or meaning, okay? So anyways, and back to corporation, and has the protection from the law. It's legally binding to do what things that it needs to do all up in here. So every state allows a person. Now, the reason why I talk about corporations a lot, let me just sidetrack. I'm always doing little sidetracks, getting caught up, but I'm going to get right back there. The reason why I talk about corporations a lot is because they have several entities that you can set up in any one of these states. I said one of these states. But the corporation is one of those arenas that you can get cash kind of faster than just a normal, entity. You're going to have to learn the other rules when it comes to nonprofit, 501c3s, corporation souls, trust, private trust. You got to learn the rules. You can attach them to each other, but and it could be a subsidiary. They can control. You got your work cut out for you because you've been on the dumb side, the side that they taught you. The side that they taught you to how to actually get them paid and get them money and be a taxpayer, or either get caught up in one of these traps and they still get paid through the taxpayers and not learning how to actually get it out here and make money. We could talk about the past all day long. There's a lot of people, like I said, talking about that. So I'm not going there because you're just going to get angry and get mad. I'm trying to pull you out of the actual pissed off side and go to the side of actually survival side, okay? Stop paying for your existence. Stop just barely making it right now. There's several ways you can get it out here besides just actually going to a 9-to-5 or choosing a degree that's going to end up being like a 9-to-5 and you barely making it. If you're going to choose a degree or a 9-to-5, make sure you comfortable and you solid and you straight and you ain't worried about nothing. And you can go as you please, you know what I mean? And just chill, and not do much. There's plenty of them out there like that. So I don't want to be a 9-to-5 basher or a degree basher because I understand the get down up in here when they need it, okay? And they're needed and you're supposed to use them correctly. So back to what I was saying. The corporation side. When you decide to pick a state, and most of y'all going to pick the state you actually so-called live in, okay? I chose Arizona. Was I doing business in California? I was working in 9-to-5 and doing business out in California as well. Was it on paper? No. I was doing that, what they call the hustling game. I was actually hustling on the side, flipping cars. I was doing some flipping products on Craigslist. Before it was on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Before Amazon was popping like it is, I was on that Craigslist tip. And I was also flipping cars, buying and reselling cars through buy low, take it to my partner, let him fix it up, and then resell it. So I was doing that, making myself an easy $1,500 to $2,000 plus every month. That was easy for me. That's why I always had 1 or 2 cars extra when I didn't even need them, and it was already paid off. But I was just waiting for it to sell. So lots of y'all have to teach yourselves have to learn how to be patient, and I had a problem with that. So when you choose your state, and most of you gonna choose the state where you reside in, because I'm not really out here. A lot of people like to choose states that have it formed in Nevada, or where's that other one? I can't think of it right now. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna pop that for me. That has no state taxes and whatnot. You choose Nevada, and there's another one. I can't even tip my tongue. But if it's not gonna break you too much and cost a lot, just go ahead and form the business in the state where you reside in. California is crazy. They out there with $800 is their actual yearly annual fee. But you got to look at the means of the justifies them. You got to look at. Let me use the. It came in my head. You got to look at what's going to actually. What's your purpose? Why should you do it in a state that's annual fee is kind of high? My state annual fee is $50. It might be just $45. I haven't checked or whatever. And I think my annual fee is due. I don't remember. They usually give me an alert. You know what I'm saying? Once a year, the state wants their actual percentage. Their fee. You guys got to look at it like some of you individuals that actually start temples and groups. It's part of the dues. A lot of the way this setup is set up almost like it's set up like a it's set up like a tribe, set up like a trust, a nonprofit. It's set up like a village. It's church. All of this is set up the same way. You got to pay homage to the state you live in, whether you're gonna live out in the woods, or whether you're gonna be a 9 to 5, or whether you're gonna start your business, a sole practice. When I was in California, I was mainly busting out mostly. I kind of graduated up to a sole proprietary at one time, but that was about it. To me, a sole proprietary is kind of dangerous if you plan on scaling up. It's a very good place to start, so you can, it's attached to yourself. You're pretty much doing business as like a DBA, and corporations have those as well. But you're doing business as blah 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 or whatever, and it's really attached to your name. Allows you to pretty much do everything, but you leave yourself wide open for lawsuits. Now, let me I don't want to veer off, but when you're dealing with this little sidebar, I'm going to build a bunch of sidebars, because I actually have to, when I say certain things, it makes me think about something else that's related to that. When you're doing business and starting out, a lot of you guys want to start it exactly the way someone taught you, okay? The systematic way taught you in school. I'm not telling you to do anything illegal. I'm on YouTube, okay? This is public information. So why would I tell you to do something illegal, and I'm running my mouth right here? Kareem ain't that dumb at all. So I know I don't know who watching me. I know that. So what I want to tell you is that if you always trying to do things systematically, you're going to get yourself tired. You're going to become tired, and you're going to be spending a lot of energy and spinning your wheels. To you, it's going to be too complicated. Because first of all, you don't even understand this game. So it's not a lot of individuals teaching you this side of the game. They teaching you that cookie cutter way, that actually degree way, or that school way, or university way. And that way right there is for the birds. How you going to learn like that when it takes, you're supposed to have all this stuff in order before you can get out and start making yourself some money. Stop it. You think these so-called states, counties, and cities was founded like that? You think they started their information and all correctly? No, they didn't. So you don't have to do nothing illegal to start something. You just don't have to go by the scripted way. Okay, so most of your scripted ways are always by an entity or a building, a company. that's telling you, they want it done this way. Okay, so you're gonna have to get in line and do it this way. For instance, I know we're talking about corporations. We're gonna get there, and I'm not gonna talk too long. For instance, it's a young lady that I ran across to take because my queen wants my son to get, because he has, he's one of them. I mean, he ain't been in none of these schools, but his brain is just off the chart. So she wanted him to get a little extra. So they call it a Montessori school. I'm pretty sure some of you guys actually know about it. But anyway, going there, this young lady been in teaching for over 15 years. First, she started off in her home. Now, I'm coming from a business side. The only reason I'm telling you about it, I went there this weekend. So my queen was like, come on, I really want him to have an extra edge, outside of what you giving him. You giving him a lot of information. Please allow him to pick up some of the things that I feel is important. I said, okay, let's compromise. I'm with it. All right, no problem. So let's go check it out. So I'm looking at it. Everything in there was little people, little chairs, little desks, but everything was real. It was live. When it come down to cleaning dishes, everything was for little people. So what nothing really, no one can sit down adults unless you go into this young lady's office. So while I'm sitting there talking to her, I said, "What did you start?" She said, "I started in my home in Alaska. And then I actually, when my husband retired, was tired of shoveling snow for 35 years, then I went ahead and we moved out here to Arizona, and now I started mine. It's like my turn to have a facility." So, but when she actually started, boom, she said, "It's a little different." These are her words. "It's a little different from my home versus a facility. I had to get these licenses, and every time I take in a child, it has to pass. They have to have a driver's license. If they don't have a driver's license, of course, they got to have what? Number one, birth certificate. They got to have immunization records, giving them shots and all that. They have to have, what is it called? I mean, it was breaking down all kinds of details of what they have to have, or the child can't be here. And I started asking her, "Why did you opt in for the immunization records? Could you opt in after that?" And she started speaking up, "Oh yeah, you can bring a different form, an affidavit, and then you can opt out of that. But I would like you to get a letter from the doctor." I'm like, "Which is it, letter or I can opt out?" But anyway, that's another story. I told you that to help you understand that this is a lady from Alaska working from her home, and she ended up opening up a facility, charging, teaching the children non-traditional ways before before they get into so-called kindergarten. They learn what is it called? They're like the gifted children in there. They already speak another language, or they also already know geometry. Yeah, they teaching before you 6 years old, stuff like that. They already know how to what is it called? I mean, reading, math. That's nothing. But they follow. Their motto is follow the child. Don't let the child follow the teacher. Because this tradition of the teachers now today, she was mentioning, is her words, are government taught. So they have rules and regulations, restrictions that forces the child to learn a certain way, and it can't be a child, and they're crippled before they're the age of 6 years old. So I was just amazed by just her business savvy and understanding that when she came to open up her facility, it was all these regulations and rules that she had to have according to her license in order to practice and take in public citizens, children. Yeah. So another story. So you guys, let me see what I'm on time. Another story. I went to the farmer's market, and I saw the sister there with her husband selling pies for $15. Okay? So a lot of people say, "Man, why is she selling pies?" It was the sweet potato pie, cherry pie, apple pie, all kind of pecan pie. She had all different types of pies. She had about a good 12 different types of pies. People was buying her pies, and she ain't been there a lot. She just started. The first time she started, she didn't even have, I think y'all saw on my farmer's market, I didn't even film her, but she couldn't even take my money because she didn't have a PayPal swiper. She didn't have all her stuff in order. I wanted to show her how to do all these things, but it looked like she's already been taught by certain people. She was a little older. She wasn't trying to hear little things, thinking whatever. She wasn't trying to hear it. I read that right through her because I tried to assist her over a month ago. So to get to the point that I'm making, her pies were $15. Over a month ago, she was just trying to get people to come to her table. Now, if anybody know anything about pies, okay, a sweet potato pie, the ingredients are less than $5 to make yourself 3 pies. So if you get the ingredients and yams and all the little vanilla extract, the sugar, all the little stuff that go into a sweet potato pie, butter, it's less than it's less than $5 to get yourself yield yourself a total of 3 pies, sometimes 3.5. I made them before, so I know. Okay, and you love my sweet potato pies when I get that. So I mean, only on that so-called Thanksgiving time, celebrating that. Anyways, I don't want to go there. But $15 a pie. I was like, dang, Shelly's mother for $15 a pie. Wow. You do the math on that, that's like $300 if she sells 20 pies, minus her cost. Okay? So she profiting about what? $240, $250, and you might want to count her gas, her time. But a lot of people say, why are you charging that much? Hey, look, it's her time to prepare it for those that don't want to make a pie. She's getting paid for her time. She's getting paid for packaging. She's getting paid for, the ingredient. I mean, her recipe. She's getting paid for her specialty. She's getting paid for her name. Now, she's just doing this look like she's a retired young lady and her husband. They both retired. I could tell they in their, late 60s. And she clocking dollars 2 days a week. I just see her. Now, I don't know where the heck she go after that. But just 2 days a week she clock. My mom, I'm telling you that right now, that ain't even on the corporation status. Okay, that's supplemental income for her, clocking anywhere from $400 to $500 a day, 2 days a week. 4 days, four weekends in a month, supplemental income on top of what she's making. I don't know what she's doing outside of that. She could be clocking $3,000-$4,000 a week. I don't know, but that's without an actual corporation. And I asked her, "Do you have an LLC?" No. Is it a corporation? She like she was almost like getting offended. What do you ask me questions like this? Do you want the pie dot? I was like, I said, I was just wanting to know if I could assist you in helping you, because this is what I do. I help people set up business. I can actually help you do this for free because I like the fact that you're out here doing things, and I want you to be able to at least compete with the ones that are here. Okay? And some of these people that have these little farmer markets, they do have LLCs. They be having their business cards. They be having their pampers. They be having their stuff together. That's how behind we are. That's why I'm here. Okay? When I was trying to learn how to just set up a corporation, with no clowns giving me all the information in one setting, I had to research. It took me over 2+ years to learn how to actually just do a corporation. What I look like going to school for 4 years plus to learn how to do a business and get my business degree. I know some people with their business degree, they doing 9-to-5s right now. And I don't know nobody with a business degree, personally, that's not doing a 9-to-5 right now. That's just me. I know, yes, a lot of y'all out here. I got enough audience to know that there's some of them out there, but I didn't. And that to me was, okay, that's a joke going over there to learn from them. They're not giving you the information. But I learned self-taught. And of course, not just self-taught, along the way, major angels, and they wasn't all black, coming Kareem's way to give me some information and give me that work. I think I've spoken on something like that. But I want you guys to understand, once you actually set up your corporation, you pay your fee to set up your corporation. $50. I think some people that hit me up, Texas is a nice little, $300. See, these states that be having a lot of people, they want to charge you a little more because they know the value. Told you California has over 40 million people in their state. Why would they let you set up a business there when they know you're going to clock if you stay persistent with it? You could do brick and mortar or you could do online. So if you chose to do online, you're not limited to one state. You're not limited to one city. The people, like I was talking about in my last video, people got to come all far and behind in your area, 220,000 people, plus maybe about 350,000 people will come know where Kareem is at, and I could get about 10%, anywhere between 3 to 5% of those sales a month. That's a lot, man, if you do the math on that. I shut my store down. It's not shut down. It's more so what I do and put the products together when I have time. I actually don't even scale up because it's a lot. It's turning into a 9-to-5 for me. Because when you're dealing with health products and health questions and the body, you got to actually know what you're talking about. Don't nobody want to talk to nobody else but Kareem. So I only have a lot of the answers to actually the stuff that I did because I kind of specialize in that area. This is why I've been focusing a lot. So a lot of the people that pick up the phone for me, they can't answer the question. So I got to put like legal things and blocks it right here, disclaimers, so they can protect themselves as well as they don't get me caught up in saying nothing crazy because they're an employee. It's attached to the company. We're going to talk about that as well. We haven't even got on the flags and the Constitution. We ain't even got there. I don't even want you to concentrate on that the way you're trying to get money. The flag don't matter, technically. It matters, but it really don't. The Constitution really don't matter, technically, when you're trying to get money and when you're a corporation. It don't. The statutes matter. That's why I talked about that last video. They matter. You know, the rules and regulations according to your business. Like right now in California, you can't go out and do no pedal handling or set up like when I used to try to do business in LA. They would want you to have a permit. But the Hispanics there, they knew. It don't matter. According to my little cart, my little selling ice cream or selling clothes, I don't care of getting $150, $200 fine for, pedal handling today. Because that dude gonna clock $300, $400 plus, maybe even $1,000 on that corner today. Because it's busy downtown LA, the garment district, all of what they have and everything. It stay busy up in there. So you think they care? Them dudes, sometimes the dudes that come give them fines, they just move on or go and give them one that day or whatever. But they don't really care. Trying to help you understand the actual penalties of doing something. You're gonna get a fine. You're not going to jail. You don't think I didn't got a fine for not having my business license on point when it should, or I didn't file something on time, it was late, I got hit with a penalty or fee? That add up. But I didn't shut it down like, oh man, that cost $50. I was behind a year. Also the business license, they want another $120. Man, I ain't got time for this, man. I ain't really making no money. I'm doing all my stuff online, so I'm gonna shut it. Heck no, I'm not shutting nothing down. Why? Because I already got a presence up in the city of where my store is. Soon as the lease is being paid, the lights is on, electricity, all that stuff is on, water on. I got shelves up and everything. What I look like shutting anything down? It is anytime I'm ready to literally just put all the products and just go live and open the store. Then people in that community and 2 to 3 communities out from where my store is at begging for me to open the store just 2 days a week. Did you hear me? They said, please, Kareem, just 2 days a week, half a day. And I'm still like, nah, I ain't got time. So y'all think it's just Facebook and YouTube Kareem don't be responding to a lot. Man, people in my community, when you decide to go online, bam, it's the era right now. This is the actual time and the time right now that anybody that goes online and go live with their products and actually gets down with a corporation and puts it online, and you're not doing you're actually making it more cleaner, more what is it called, business structured. People respect that, and then the states, the cities, whatever, they respect that. You have to learn how to do business. So if you have to start as a sole proprietor, fine, at least start. If you had to start at a DBA doing business as, at least start. Start getting your EIN number. I showed you individuals how to get an EIN number. It's simple. You can get an EIN number in 2 minutes or less. It's not that difficult. But I wanted to let you know that setting up an LLC or a corporation within your state is ball game. Now you just need to know what to do after that. Because I've already told you in some videos, as soon as you start one, like what I gave you the definition. Corporation is a legal person. It could be a company or a group of people, allowing you to be protected by laws and get all the afforded things that are given to you. So what the heck would you be living your life through an actual individual only, a social security number, or through your own personal name only? Everything is in your own personal name. Everything in my wallet, except one, has my business information on it, business name. I am the representative of the corporation. I am not the corporation. The corporation is an entity acting as a legal person within that state. The state of Arizona protects my corporation. I can do business all day long up in this state right here. And if I want to drop a brick and mortar like I do got one and open up the doors, then I have to get the business license within that city, within that state. They have rules and everything. It ain't no different from me panhandling in a particular area and then that city is asking, hey, do you have your license to panhandle here? Arizona don't require you to have no permit to sell nothing on the corner. A person can set up a barbecue pit and start grilling on the corner and then boom, start selling his actual food right here in Maricopa County. And most of them cities don't even trip. Ain't no, not required to get a permit. But if you talk to the average person that doesn't even start a business, don't you got to have a permit to do that? Don't you got to have a food handler to do that? I don't even have to have a food handler's license. Okay? I'm not creating food. Herbs is food, but I'm not creating food. I'm not cooking nothing. I'm not changing the structure. So I had to find out the rules and what it takes when I'm getting my herbs from the actual companies, as long as they're actually regulated and they have all their certifications that they're supposed to have for FDA. That's all that matters. You got to know the rules of this game in order to start doing business here. But just sitting up here thinking that you could do that old school stuff and just go to school and finish elementary, high school, graduate, what is it called? Kindergarten. I don't even know, man. That's all. I'm like turned off. Yeah, I graduated. I went through the whole same ceremony and all that stuff. But think that you could do that old stuff, you know it didn't really get you nowhere. So all of us knew that if we go to college, we could get something. At least we thought. And you can if you use it properly. For instance, if you go to college and get your bachelor's degree to become a real estate agent, oh my God. I mean, you have to be licensed in each state to do business. So whatever state you licensed to be a real estate agent, it's in Arizona. If I was licensed to be a real estate agent in Arizona, I went through real estate school, whatnot. In Arizona, boom. I'm licensed in Arizona. That's what I would have to be licensed for, only Arizona. If I'm trying to sell somebody a house in New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California, I got to go get my state license over there for real estate. So every state is carved off for a reason. You can't be going on somebody else's side of the street or the jurisdiction trying to do business over there. California don't like Arizona coming over there doing nothing that they don't supposed to be doing. They got different rules over there, just like a bank. Okay? So learn the game of business of LLCs and corporations within your state. It's important. It's important. To me, it's more important than graduating with a 4-year degree if you're not graduating to start a business. For what? What you going to school to work for somebody else that started a business for? For what? They don't really even have your best interests at heart. You're just another number. You're making them some money and making them rich or making them comfortable so they can hire somebody else. Okay? They'll let you go in a minute. Y'all know it. So corporations getting started and starting your own business is highly important. Yeah, I'm talking about this, and I'm going to start doing series on this. I'm not getting away from my health. This is my business week. And then I'm going to actually throw in, talking about the business series, at least an extra. Just like I do my late night readings and whatnot. But I switches off. Y'all know it. I do business, health. But this is my business week. That's why I'm going heavy with business right now. So you definitely need to actually start a corporation. It brings you protection. You automatically separate yourself. You're no longer just you. You don't have to be giving up your Social Security card all the time and in the same position, or your driver's license all the time in the same position. If you're giving it up when you asking for a loan, asking for a credit, filling out an application, trying to get this or trying to get that, trying to get this phone turned on, trying to get these lights turned on, trying to go apply for this, you don't have to just give up this, or insurance, medical, all that. You don't have to just always give up your Social Security number, your driver's license all the time. Now you're giving it up as a representative of the company. The company applies for it. All the stuff you be wanting, all the same stuff you're getting right now, a company can apply for. The favorite stores that you shop at, all of them, your company can fill out an actual application for. Those companies can't stop them. You want to get yourself a movie card through your business or whatever, go and get one. You want to get yourself for all the little favorite places y'all shop for clothes, you can get yourself a business application so you can be tax exempt from it. because you supposedly reselling it to someone else. Okay? It's so many things that you can actually set up. Now, I said tax exempt, but y'all like tax exempt for corporation. I said it incorrectly. I don't want to go through all that, so you, whatever. But I want you guys to fully understand. Let me see here what time it is. Boom. That's that 30-minute time right there. Fully understand that when you set up a business out here in the U.S., you can start getting it. So first, pick your state. Choose the state that you know you ain't leaving for a good solid 4 or 5 years. If you're not leaving the state for 4 or 5 years, then you just start looking into the actual whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to do pies, what's the rules to making pies in my state? What's the license I want to get if I want to start setting up a booth and selling pies at events? What do I have to do to if I want to actually start selling pies online? I mean, look at the details. You don't have to go through Amazon. Have you seen my products on Amazon? I was on there for a hot minute. I don't need to be on Amazon. I'm like, come on, man. Amazon popping though. If I put my stuff on there, I know I'm going to be, I'm not, it ain't really about that really crazy. I mean, you got to be able to fulfill them orders, man. And it takes me away from my time. And other people, of course I could hire other people to start doing it, but I'm like, wow, all that take work. I'm not really interested in doing a whole bunch of simulations or things that look like a 9 to 5. I'm anti 9 to 5. So if it, man, if it's kind of work like 9 to 5, I'm more like, I do less than 10% of what I need to do. For what? It's no need to. When you understand this get down right here, and you understand how powerful starting an online business, that you're no longer confined to the state where you started your business. Now you can reach people all up in the U.S. and outside of the U.S. That's when you start getting it. Y'all don't know the numbers of this game right here. It's a numbers game, okay? So stop thinking that, okay, if I don't do this, man, you could sell pencils. I mean, have I did it? No, but I'm pretty sure I could be successful at selling some pencils and pens if I actually wanted to put my line of work in there. I ain't being lying. I ain't joking, man. Y'all need to stop sitting up here being stressed out all the time. I told you, get your emotions intact, especially you kings out here. Get your emotions intact. Stop being pulled every which way with your man between your legs, okay? Focus on actually trying to be in a better place because they got traps in every one of these states for you. You know it. Okay, so yeah, and some of y'all, most of y'all feel being at a 9 to 5 is a safe place. At least somewhere you can go to make some dollars and not veer from doing something sideways that might get you caught up. So you go do a 9 to 5 because it's a safe place to keep your mind off of things, and at least you have a job. People respect you. They look at you differently. You ain't just camping at your mama's house or laying up with your woman playing PlayStation and Xbox all the time. You just ain't a straight up bum or look down on. Telling you, man, the game changes when you start understanding this game. So I want you to start here. Number one, start an LLC or corporation. Okay? That's the building blocks. And all of you that actually took my course or somebody's course and you already got yourself a corporation, now your job is to find your lane. Don't choose a whole bunch of lanes. Pick one lane that you like, that you feel you could provide a service to somebody and actually or intellectual property to somebody. What type of skill that you feel you can actually put out there to the people. Then after you choose that state, start looking into the city, because you want to choose between the two. Do you need a lot of money? Like anywhere between, to us, a lot of money is 25 grand and above. Do you need at least 5, 10, 15, 25, 50, 100,000, 75, 100,000, 150? How much money you need to reach your goal to get out the starting blocks to start? How much? Start writing this stuff down. Me and my queen wrote it down. We wrote it down. And I went to work. I didn't just talk about it. I started being about it. If you listening to anybody, that situation is the same, you wasting your time. My situation, I can show you some things around here. I'm not going to clown like that. For what? But my situation is not the same. Me disappearing would make me a little bit happy, because it wouldn't be so much repetitious, because I like changing up things. But I'm happier helping those that I'm an angel and I'm doing what my actual calling I feel is, which is showing love and giving back and teaching those that taught me. So each one teach one. That's why I made my Facebook like that. Each one teach one, masterminds. Okay? So you need to start learning and learning so you can surpass Kareem and do better than me and start teaching others out there. And you can take your situation from the crawling state to a better state and get up out of here if you want to. Wouldn't you like to get up out of here? Say, I got a map of Africa, of the motherland, of where I come from, and whatever. I know I got a map of that. I ain't breaking that out. There's no need to right now. But since you are right here, you spend 100% of your time in a particular state and pretty much 80% of your time in one city. Definitely one county, 100% of your time in one county. Don't you think you need to know how to do business? Peace.
Trying not to be stressed out.